Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Larissa and I crochet plushies, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back and thank you for being here. This week's vlog is going to be my first ever vlog in my brand new setup. As you can see, the background is a little bit different. It is nighttime right now, so in the daytime it will hopefully look even better, but I'm currently filming a room reorganizing vlog, which should be going up before this one. I'm just filming them at the same time. But, you know, multitasking queen. But I wanted to get straight into the crochet for this week. So my last crochet vlog, I made some no-sew animals. I only have 3 with me right now because they've all been buried now that I've been reorganizing my room. But we have the bunny, we have a little kitty cat, and then a little puppy, and then we have 2 more, a bear and an otter. So what I was thinking is I want to continue on with this no-sew animal vibe. I'm really having fun with it right now, and I'm also starting to appreciate no-sew patterns a lot more now. I usually go for patterns that have heaps of sewing required because I feel like they're the most intricate and like best looking most of the time, in my opinion. And I've always found no-sew to not look as good because you are compromising that sewing aspect, but it is way more convenient. But now I feel like we're advancing in the no-sew world and we're getting a lot of really cute no-sew patterns as well, and I want to contribute to that. So I've been making my own. So what I want to do is I want to do a no-sew floaty, friends, because I love the like plushies in general that have the little floaty around them that are like animal themed or like a classic red and white floaty. So that's what I want to do. I've picked out a few animals. I'm not sure if we're going to be set on it, but I think these animals will be okay to do no-sew and in the style that I want. So we're going to go ahead and try and do a frog, a penguin, an axolotl, a seal / walrus, and a fox. I think those are going to be the 5. And I don't know why I'm choosing 5. I always love to just like make a bunch, and I think I'm also going to sell them individually too. So for these like no-sew patterns where I have them in bundles, we can do big bundles and then we can have them individually as well for less, obviously. So I think that's a smart move just because some people might not want to get all of them. So that's what I'm thinking of doing. I think we're going to dive straight into it, and I think the frog can go first because I feel like that one is the easiest to try and make, I feel. Or the axolotl even, but we'll just dive straight into it. Mr. Frog is finished. He actually came out quite cute. I'm happy with the result. I was worried for a bit that he wouldn't really give frog, but he definitely does look like a frog, which is mission accomplished. So now I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to make the floaty because the torso is very small, but I didn't want to make it longer because then it would look weird, I fear. So maybe I could have made it like 1 row longer. I don't know. But yeah, we're gonna figure out a way to get this floaty on. Maybe it'll just like, I don't know. We're gonna have to try. But I don't know if I should make the floaty now first or if I should make the next plushies that I want to make. Because at the end of the day, the no-sew plushie, like the frog and the axolotl, etc., is more important than the floaty because we can pivot if the floaty doesn't work and we can do something different or just leave it as is. So what I'm going to try and do, I think I'm going to go and do the axolotl now, and then we're going to try and do the floaties once we have like 2 down. I feel like that is a good idea. End of night update. I have made 3 more of the 5 plushies I had in mind. So the next one I made was the axolotl. So I made this little axolotl and I made the torso a little bit longer here so we can make this floaty. I haven't made the floaties yet. I just went a little bit crazy with the plushies. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to make floaties big enough, like small enough to fit these guys, but you know what? I'm very happy that we've got more. So it's this little axolotl. I feel like the face is kind of empty, so I don't know if I want to add like a mouth or a little bit of like some cheek action to help. Again, the frog, Then I made this little penguin. She's adorable. I struggled a lot with the face, to be honest, like trying to make the face look cute. But I think we got there. I think she's a very cute little penguin. And then lastly, we have the fox. So I've just finished making the fox. This one was a little bit more of a challenge. Also does look a little bit derpy, but like in a cute way. So yeah, and old No So said this is as good as we're gonna get, you guys. The last one I want to make is like a seal, but that's gonna be really hard to make no sew. Maybe I can do a walrus no sew, because a walrus has a bit more of like a lenient face for like maybe, or maybe like Neil the seal, like an elephant seal, where it's like the snout is a little bit different. It's very dependent on the snout. So that's what I'm gonna have to figure out now, but I think I can possibly do a seal / walrus, because I think then that would match the axolotl nice to have another one that also has a bit of a tail, like a fatter tail here that, you know, comes off the body. So I think, what's the time right now? It's almost 10 p.m. So I probably shouldn't get started on it, but I think I will anyway. And then go to bed. It's Saturday night. So this is my Saturday night fun. So let's see if we can get this 5th pattern done. That'll be crazy. This will have happened very quickly. Something I forgot to mention last night is that I bought these sensory, like squishy balls. And the reason I bought this is because I want to try and make some crochet, like squeezy, like animals. I don't know if I want to do like animals, maybe. But I want to make like something that's kind of like the Pop Mart, like the Pucky bubble. I have it, like this little bubble. I'll show you guys, but it's like a bubble where you squeeze it and it's like chewing gum and it blows like the bubble out of the mouth. And also a couple years ago, there were like these kits that were floating around where it was like a crochet kit and it had the bubble and you could like crochet something with like the bubble inside as well. They did offer to do a collab with me back then, but anyway, I'm using their idea. I'm gonna make my own, but I sort of decided I wanted to do this because of the Pucky bubble thing, and I found these while I was at Kmart. So there's like different ones. There's ones with like beads in it, one with like water, and then one that's like just air, I think. There's 6 of them. So we're gonna mess around for a bit and figure out what to make. But I was thinking, because I did want to make them into little animals, but the safety eyes will most certainly pop these bubbles if people are playing with it constantly. So I need to figure out, like, maybe I need to make like a frog where the eyes are like above the head, something like that. Or yeah, we'll have to get a little bit creative with it. Or it can be like, you know, when there's like chickens we squeeze and the egg comes out the bottom. I think that's something, I don't know, we'll figure out. We'll play around with it, but it's just, this one's just for fun. So if it doesn't work out, obviously I'm going to be annoyed because I always want everything I do to work out, but it's not the end of the world. And this thing was only like $6. It's like $1 each. You know what? And I love sensory things. I'll play with them if it doesn't work out. So it's all good. But that's what I'm going to try and do as well. I've also just posted a pattern tester call for my Larry the Lobster plushie. So hopefully that goes smoothly and I can get that one out soon. And then the next one in the lineup, maybe it might be the Japanese one, but I want to get these guys out first. I think maybe I'll do these guys first because I'm really excited to get these ones out and I really want you guys to be able to use them because I think these are the perfect market plushies. Like no sew is just so convenient and like you get so many different animals. So I think I'm going to try and do that first after Larry. Fingers crossed, but we're going to keep making more. So we're going to see how many I can make before I want to release them. Today has been another miserable, gloomy, rainy, stormy day. We've had a lot of gloomy days recently, and it seems like it's just going to continue and get even more gloomy for the next week or so. So that's given me an excuse to sort of just stay indoors and crochet. I was going to get more stuff for my room, but like I was going to get a carpet and bring that out in the rain in a fluffy carpet. Like let's just not do that. So I've decided to continue crocheting, which is what I was going to do anyway, but I've had a bit more time. So I made a second version of the frog. It's like the exact same, except I've made the arms a little bit more raised. And then you can see I've made the floaty. So here is the little floaty with the frog and it sits perfectly. It's like the perfect size, which is a fluke, so that's worked out well, but it's not going to be the same way for all of the animals, which is the issue. So the seal that I just made, like this floaty is going to be too thin if I put it onto the seal, so we'll have to like make a separate like seal version. I don't know how I'm going to do this, you guys. Like I think I need to stop with the bundles and just like have them individual, but I want to be able to, I'm going to have them in bundles and also sell them like separately because it's a lot. So I'm going to have to figure it out. Like I just love making everything really complicated, if you can't tell. So we have this little second frog. And then I also designed another pattern. Now we have 11 no-sew plushies, which is like the most odd number ever. But I think I've run out of ideas now. I don't know. We'll have to think of some more. But we have indeed made a no-sew duck. I feel like that's very fitting because we have the little penguin and like a duck is just such a staple, especially with the floaty. So what I think I'm going to do, I really enjoyed this like little no-sew technique that I have for the beak, and I like the arms. I'll take the little floaty off. But I like the little arms here, the wings, better than the version I did for the penguin. So I think I'm going to try round 2 of the penguin and make the penguin more similar to the little duck that I have here, which will be really cute. And then we'll have this little like 2 little birdies, which I'm very happy with. And yeah, we have more of the floaties as well. So, and I wanted to do animal themed floaties, but they're just too small. Like there's no way I'm going to be able to make a little like animal head. I don't know, yeah. I think we're just going to keep the floaties nice and simple and classic. And that's what we're going to worry about for now. And then I was just thinking, I don't know, I think, I'm always thinking. I just need to stop thinking and I need to start doing. So let's just make the second version of the penguin. And then I think I'll start with the squeezy sensory plushies. I got so carried away today that I didn't even get to film that much of what I've been doing, and I've been doing like quite a bit. So we have the little penguin with a blue floaty on now. I've made a few more floaties. So for the duck, we've got this like dark pink, like magenta color on right now. They're all interchangeable, so you know, I'm having fun with it. I have made another otter, this time with a longer tail, because the original otter had just a little nubby tail, and this is not accurate to a real otter's tail. So what we have done is made it with the longer tail, and I think that that's really cute. I really like this version of the otter. So I think this is going to be the final otter design. And then I also made another little puppy, except, I don't know, something's off with him. Maybe the color, I don't know, man. Something's always off. I'm always just finding issues. But I feel like, I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. I don't want to explain. I don't know how to explain. And then we have a pink floaty with the frog. I feel like pink and green is like the color combo. I love pink and green. They're 2 of my favorite colors. So of course I had to do pink floaty for the frog. I'm definitely going to be making one of these for my market because I think it's just so cute. And then lastly, I've made a bigger little floaty for the seal. Just because the seal is bigger, so I don't think I'm going to be able to include this seal in the pack with all the other little guys. I'm going to have to be strategic with how I release this pattern. So I think he's going to have to be a lone wolf, a lone seal, because he's just a little bit bigger than the rest and it's just not going to make sense. So regardless, I really like this little mint green color on his gray. I think it's a very cute little combo. And he's a very cute little seal. So yes, I feel very happy with today. I didn't design that many new patterns, but I feel like, you know, the speed is running low. I'm running out of creativity now. But I might have a few more to add to this little pack, but I think 10 is pretty damn good. And especially because I have 11, but this one we're going to have him separately, then the rest can go together in a pack, or I can split them into like floaty, because not all of them are gonna match with floaties. So I think I'm gonna do like a floaty pack and then like a no-sew animal with the rest of them or something. Because the floaties, the frog makes sense, the duck makes sense, the penguin makes sense, and the otter makes sense. But I don't know if the rest of them make any sense to have floaties. Maybe the puppy, because we can do like 5 and 5. Because it doesn't make sense to go with the bunny or the bear or the cat. So we're gonna play around with it. Obviously, you know, it's my Etsy shop. I can make up whatever animals belong with whatever. I can do whatever I want. But of course, I want it to have some type of like logical sense to it. But that's all I have for tonight. I didn't end up making the squishy bowls. I just didn't have time. It is like 10 o'clock now, so I definitely need to go to bed. But tomorrow we're gonna pick back up. I have been really busy with work the past couple days, but I do have some market prep updates. I've gotten a few of these little crates from IKEA, and I'm going to set them up, like build them. And then what I'm going to do is try and get the table set up prepared, like practice what it's going to look like on the day of the market, because Lord knows I don't have time, because the way that I'm such a slow mover in the morning and markets always start really early, I'm not going to have time to like test things out. So I want to do it all beforehand. So I need to like construct these. I have 3. So I have 2 of these ones that are like a bit smaller, and then I have a bigger one. So we're gonna see. Maybe I need more, maybe I don't need to use all of them, but I thought 3 was just good to start. I didn't want to like go overboard and then just waste my money. And then I've gotten this package. Inside here we have some more wooden, except this is like a wooden stand. A lot of crocheters at markets use these sort of things. I've like seen it a lot, so I bought 2 of them. So hopefully that will give me like a good arrangement. And then I have like my keychain thing coming. Hopefully they arrive on time. I've got a few more market things coming, but it's next week. It's in like a little over a week, the market. So, you know, we're a little bit pressed for time. So I really, really hope it comes, because it said the last day for delivery is literally the 19th of July, which is the day my market is. So I'm like, you better come before. But yeah, so we're going to try and open this up and set up the crates and set up this little stand, and we're going to see what it looks like. I'm really excited to like put my plushies on there and just like see what type of arrangement I can make, and also how many plushies are actually going to fit on my table setup, because I want to have like spares so I can like continue adding more as they sell throughout the day, but I also want it to look really pretty. So I think I'm going to try and get, I don't know, usually I just create whatever I want and sell it, but I'm going to try and like tailor my layout a little bit for specific plushies. I set up one of these little stands I'm going to have for my market. I feel like it's a bit flimsy though, so I guess that's what I get for trying to get the cheapest option, but it does fit quite a few of my little new no-sew plushies. So I've decided I'm going to try and make my market stock in accordance to how much space I have on this little setup over here, because it does fit. It does fit my little plushies perfectly. So I'm going to try and put maybe like 4 or 5 on each tier, and I'm going to do different animals on each tier. So I'm going to pick which ones I want to make and then put them on there. So I've made a couple penguins. I've actually made 3, this time with a gray, like a lighter gray body. So I have 3 penguins. I've made 2 more frogs. So I have 3 frogs for the market, and I think we're going to try and make one more. I'll try and make one more penguin as well. We'll try and get at least 4. And then I've made 2 more ducks. And then I'm currently in the process of making the seal. I just finished making a seal. I want to make another one, and then we're going to make the floaties. So I need to make a bunch of floaties for all of these guys as well. The market is in a week's time, like just over a week. It's Friday, and the market is next Saturday. So I still have a bit of time to make some more progress, but I do want to try and get as much done as soon as possible, so I'm not stressing out to the last minute like I always am. And then I'm going to try and set up my table, my market table that I have at home, and practice the layout with all the crates and the boxes and stuff. I'm still waiting on my tablecloth thing to arrive, but that's what I'm going to try and do. Maybe, if not tonight, then over the weekend, and just practice the setup. So hopefully it all goes well. In the meantime, I'm going to get started on making some floaties. last night I did manage to finish these 3 new orders. So this one is one of the ones I designed earlier, and then the 3 I made last night. So I was able to get a little bit more done. But on another note, my family members, I have a lot of family members visiting this week from Malaysia, and my grand auntie is the first one to arrive. So she's been here with us for a couple of days now, and her name is Bee. So I gifted her one of the Bee keychains I made in the vlog last week. If you guys watched last week's vlog or the week before, whenever I'm posting this vlog, I made some Bee keychains for my market, but of course I had to gift one to her because it's very fitting, and in what she gave me in return is an insane trade. So she ended up giving me one of her Louis Vuitton bags. She's a very bougie lady and has a very insane bag collection, and she bought this bag while she was in Finland, but apparently she's only worn it like 3 times and it just didn't end up suiting her well, so she's given it to me. She said that I can share it with my mom, so of course it's not she didn't give me this in exchange for the Bee keychain, but technically I gifted her the Bee keychain first and then she came out with this guy, so I'm very, very grateful. It's adorable. I've added my little like Sylvanian bag charm on already, and it's got 2 straps, like a crossbody and then a handbag, and you can like remove the straps as well. So this was an insane trade. And the last time that I gifted another one of my grand aunties a keychain, I gifted her a penguin keychain, and she also gave me a handbag, and she bought me one of my wish list perfumes from one of my favorite fragrance houses, MFK. If you guys know anything about perfume, they're my favorites. I have a couple from them, but I got another one from them from her, which was lovely. So I feel like it's kind of like the opposite of a curse, like the good version of a curse. Like when I give someone a bag charm, one of my Malaysian grand aunties a bag charm, I get a bag in return, and sometimes other things as well. So very, very thankful for that. But this is why I will never fall for the propaganda of people complaining about giving things to their like close friends and family for free, because I'm very lucky. I have a very generous family, and we all love each other. We all give gifts and like all sorts of things, you know, to show our appreciation. I think it's a very like Malaysian Chinese thing to just like give people stuff and gift things and, you know, just be like generous. So that's why I'll always make stuff when people ask me to make stuff for them, like for my close friends and family. I think it's different for everybody. Not everyone is lucky with a generous family like me, but I will always give time and make stuff for the people that I love. So that has been some interesting updates that's happened. Very, very thankful. And now I just need to continue with crocheting for market prep. We're a week away from the market now, and because I have family around, I'm trying to like prioritize spending time with them because they're coming all the way from Malaysia, and it's just like really lovely. So I won't have as much time as I had thought that I would. I'm also busy with work, so we're going to try and get some more stuff done. I'm also going to try and fix up my crochet room finally. So we're going to do more no-sew stuff, and I think I'm going to do a couple more like bigger items just because I feel like I don't have that many. I'm going to go sift through the bin and try and figure out what I need to do more of once I clean off my room floor. So that is the plan. Oh my goodness. And also I've been in the process of trying to build these crates. I can't build these crates. If you guys want to get these crates from IKEA, don't. They are a nightmare. I've built a lot of furniture in my lifetime. I've built my bed frame, I've built shelves, I've built desks, I've built chairs, I've built every single thing, and I've not struggled as badly as I have building these crates because the wood is like, I don't know, it's like I guess it's like not, it's like poorly constructed, like poorly made. So the screws they can't like screw farther in. I think I need like an electric drill. It's really upsetting me. Like it's like, you know, it's first world problem, but it's really pissing me off because they were not cheap. The crates, they really were not cheap for what they are, and they're really difficult to build. It's taken me hours and I'm not even getting anywhere with it. So yeah, that's just really frustrated me, but we need to have them ready for the market. So I'm going to try and see if my dad can help me, and I'm probably going to need an electric drill, all of this stuff. So that's what I'm going to try and do as well. But at least I have a week to do that. It's not super urgent, but I do want to get all this wood mess off my floor. I'm going to wrap this video up here because the market is on Saturday and I am going to film, today's Monday, I'm going to film the process leading up to the market in a separate video. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps out my channel. And if you have any comments or questions, please leave them in the comments below. I love hearing what you guys have to say. And if you want to see more crochet related content, you can subscribe and join my little family. Love you guys. Bye.